about your experience with eLister Pro? Before eLister Pro and now that you're using eLister Pro.
Okay, so
And it's all yours. Also, make sure you slide in about the 4 credit cards.
hey,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
somebody has the hangout from last week playing.
I started drop shipping in the beginning of
Where's that coming from?
and I got into eLister Pro in the beginning
Hold
of
on.
January. And when I started,
Okay, there we go. Technical difficulties. Ow! All right, so give me just a second here. Make sure we are good to go. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world. Yes, literally all around the world. It is yours, truly, Jacques T. Morris, Atlanta's own shirt and tie guy, one of 3 owners of eLister Pro. But see, it's not about me. It's about you, ladies and gentlemen. It's about you. So, son, I am doing a Google Hangout. See, this is the advantage of working from home. Son, I'm doing a Hangout. All right, thank you, son. Appreciate it. That was not playing. Anyway, so again, advantage of working from home. You know, son comes in the room, son, you know, wants to get on camera, you know, but anyway. So first and foremost, let me apologize because we're having some technical difficulties. You know, that's just what happens when you're dealing with the internet, you're dealing with technology, and, you know, honestly, I thought I was going to have to come out here and do this Google Hangout this evening all by my lonesome self, but thankfully, you know, some of my panelists were able to utilize their iPhones and Android phones and tablets and phablets and all that other good stuff to join us on the Google Hangout this evening. So this evening is, what is it, Tuesday, March 10th, 2015. Uh-oh, hold on, let me see here. All right, yeah. And this is the eLister Pro Community Google Hangout. So just tell you a little bit about myself. Again, Jacques T. Morris here in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been drop shipping on eBay for it's coming up on a year. And as a drop shipper on eBay, I was experiencing some difficulties. I was having some success, but I was also experiencing some difficulty in that it seemed like it was taking more than enough time, if you will, extra time, or an unusual amount of time, to get listings up on eBay. And so me and my partner, you know, we were thinking like, okay, so we're calling eBay every 30 days. We're getting our limits raised, and, you know, these limits are going from, you know, 50 or 100 to 200, you know, they're going 500,000, you know, to 3,000, et cetera, et cetera. And then currently, you know, my limits are like over 6,000 items that can be listed. Like, who has time to list all that stuff? So we were like, man, it has to be a better way. It has to be a better way. So, you know, he came up with an idea, you know, he shared that with me, and we put our 2 minds collectively together, and then we brought in a 3rd mind, and eLister Pro was born. It was born. And so at first what we did, we just had individuals beta test it, you know, just beta test it to see, okay, will this wonderful idea work? Like, is this going to really help people? Because the bottom line, if it's not helping people, then there's no sense in introducing it to individuals. So our beta testers had some pretty good results. Then we did a webinar, actually opened it up to a few hundred people, and those few hundred people came in and they broke our system. They broke it. 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 But we were able to fix it, which is what we needed, because we wanted to know where were the holes at in our system with the tool that we needed to address, so again, that it could be, you know, very, very effective. So eLister Pro has been rocking and rolling, you know, here for about the past 90 days. We actually officially launched about a month ago, which was on February the 12th, but we've had individuals using the system for like the past 90 days, and then our beta testers used the system a month before that. So, you know, again, we're talking about 4 months. And we've communicated extensively with eBay, asked them questions, let them know, you know, about various aspects of the tool and other system. They've sent us communication back, so everything is a-okay. So Cassini, check, no worries about that. White keywords, check. By the way, I love white keywords, but that's a story for another discussion. I don't teach that anymore. And, you know, the bottom line is what we've always said, and what we'll continue to say here with eLister Pro, is that eLister Pro is designed with 2 purposes in mind. Number 1, help you to list faster, so that way you're compressing time. you're making the best utilization of your time. Number two, make your listings look more professional. Bottom line, you go on a store, you look on the shelf, you see one item, or better yet, you see the same item, see the same item, one package is damaged, one package is pristine. Which one are you going to choose? Well, it's real obvious. So, have we accomplished those two objectives? Of course we have. We've done that. We've done more. We're doing more. And I'm excited to present our panelists this evening. So, enough from John T. Morris, right? Right. Okay. All right. So, we got the guys, and we have a lady, Miss Terry, representing Miami. So, you know what they say? They always say ladies first. Miss Terry, if you could unmute yourself and just come out and share with our viewers what your experience on eLister Pro has been. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stay to the end because we have some exciting announcements and information that we're going to share. But, Ms. Terry, I'll ask you some specific questions, but first, I'd just like for you to share what has been your experience with eLister Pro.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you for inviting me to be on the Hangout tonight. Good evening, everyone. And just to give a little bit of background, when I started working with eLister Pro, I was very much surprised at how it really does what it says it's going to do. And I was able to do my listings, oh my gosh, so much faster than I had been prior to eLister Pro. For the most part, I used to list items. It would take me anywhere from within an hour's time. I think maybe I would get 2 to 3 listings done, and now I can literally get 15 to 16 listings done within an hour. So it has sped up my process tremendously.
Wow! So 2 to 3 listings in an hour. And now 15 to 16 listings in an hour. That is a tremendous improvement. So let me ask you this. From a psychological perspective, so you know we're going to get into the mind tonight. From a psychological perspective, how has that affected you as far as, you know, how you personally feel about listing on eBay and building your business and drop shipping?
Well, honestly, it really has psyched me up, because in the past, you know, when it came time to working with listing, I always got that feeling like, you know, here we go. This is going to take some time. What's my goal today? And a lot of times I never met the goal because you run into all these little things that take so much time, pictures, you name it. And then when you start working with eLister Pro, your whole mindset starts to shift. Like, I literally get excited because I'm like, I'm going to run out of things to look for, to list, because it's just that fast. And then knowing that I can accomplish so much more, so it's not a burden anymore. It's not, you don't feel like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm going to be spending all this time, but this is my business. This is what I have to do. Now, yeah, this is my business. Let me see, how many am I going to knock out today? And I do try to, you know, beat my 16 listings. I try to, just to see. But, you know, sometimes the pictures get me caught up.
Okay, well, cool. Again, we want to thank you, you know, for sharing your eLister Pro experience. Definitely going to come back to you. You know, we don't have all the panelists online tonight, but again, that's okay. We were having some technical difficulty. We're going to have fun with the panelists that we do have. So again, just hang out with us, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have fun. Also, if you are watching this Hangout right now and you want to get started with eLister Pro, get back to the person that referred you to eLister Pro. Say, hey, send me over your link. I want to try out eLister Pro, because I don't know if you ladies and gentlemen know or not, but we are currently in the beginning stages, or in the middle somewhere. We are in a $1 trial. Like, yes, for $1, 100 pennies, you can try eLister Pro out, unlimited usage for 7 days. So again, we have a special promotion going on, 7-day trial, $1. Get back to the person that referred you to this Hangout, or you can go to eListerPro.com, or you can contact any of our panelists directly on tonight's Hangout and ask them for their link. So again, I told you this is going to be exciting. So let's see here. We have Mr. Tyler Fredrickson. I think he said, well, let's see, Wisconsin. Yes, Wisconsin. Tyler.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, like how long you've been doing e-commerce and actually drop shipping on eBay, and then I'll ask you more about your listing speed and time and eLister Pro and things here in just a second. But how long have you been drop shipping and doing e-commerce?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Jacques, for allowing me to be on the panel. It's a privilege. And I have actually been online for a few years now, but specifically e-commerce in the drop shipping niche, I have been doing it, let's see here, well, 8 months now. So I've been pretty heavily focused on eBay itself. And I've put a lot of listings up in the last few months. And, you know, when you do that many listings over that period of time, you begin to wonder if there's something else that can make it faster, you know?
Excellent.
So,
all right. So you were introduced to eLister Pro, and like a lot of people, you know, they're hesitant. Some are skeptical. Some are, you know, kind of like, you know, is this really going to work? Now, initially, when you started with eLister Pro, and I know because you made some posts in the Facebook group, well, better yet, yeah. How long was it taking you to do a listing when you first started with eLister Pro?
So before, whoops, battery's about to die on my tablet. It'll be fine. It'll last.
Okay.
When I heard about eLister Pro from actually a post of yours. So I recently signed up about, honestly, 10 days ago, and I'm already seeing tremendous results. It used to take me about, I'd agree with Terry there, probably 2 to 3 per hour. It was nuts. It got me really frustrated, and I personally am a perfectionist, and you know I'm very detailed about the work that I do, and it's been quite a hindrance for my business because I need to find ways to make it faster and get out of my own way to do that. So as soon as I found out about eLister Pro, I was all hooked to get signed up, get started to see what it's all about.
Okay, great. Now, I think initially, you know, when you first started a few days ago, or about 10 days ago, you said, it was taking you maybe like 20, 25 minutes, you know, to do a listing, you know. Yeah. I can tell by your post in the Facebook group, you're a little frustrated. You're like, hold on, how are you guys doing all these listings in under 10 minutes, 7, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, et cetera, et cetera? And I responded on your post. I said, hey, I'll personally make your tutorial video, but I want to give our awesome community the opportunity to respond back on this post. Now, initially, they didn't respond back. So, you know, I made another post. Hey, come on, community members. Like, hey, can we help Tyler out here? So tell us first, what was the response as far as suggestions to help you move quicker in your listings? And then what was the result as far as the improvement in your listing speed?
All right, perfect. Well, I definitely have answers for that. And go back to the community thing, there's amazing people, all of you guys in there. There's a lot of big help, a lot of help. People are willing to jump in there and answer questions. Obviously, when they are able to see them posted, to help others out and help others with their own business, dropshipping businesses, and yeah. So I got some great feedback from some members and people in the community, and I took bits and pieces of each of their advice to try to implement on my own. And I think I forgot who said it, but someone mentioned that you got to find out how it can work for you and what's the fastest way for you. So yeah, joining eLister Pro, the tool within itself makes it a lot faster, a heck of a lot faster. But also, there are some tidbits in the community where people actually helped out to even make it faster yet, you know. So that's the power of the community in eLister Pro group, and the bits of information that I received from them, I was able to compile it and to spend all night actually 3 nights in a row just focused on listing on my eBay, and I I kept pulling up an online timer. I timed every single one of my listings. I tried to beat it, and it got faster and faster by a couple minutes, and I was able to work out a system of my own using eLister Pro, obviously, and I am now, I think I posted in the group too, I am now down to 5 minutes per listing. And I'm trying to beat that too. It's pretty awesome.
Wow, congratulations, man. All the way from 20, 25 minutes of listing down to 5 minutes of listing. And again, you know, I like to share with individuals that eLister Pro is not some type of magical wand or magical tool where you just get it, touch it, and voila, you know, again, still there is some work and there still is some effort that needs to be put forth, as well as having a community of individuals that are behind you that are also using the tool, giving their suggestions, giving their tips, giving their strategies. Tyler, you know, to make that type of improvement from 20, 25 minutes of listing down to 5 minutes, that is very, very, very significant. So congratulations. Yeah, I was going to say congratulations on that. And we're going to come back to you here in just a few. Now, let's go to somebody that resides also here in ATL. Hey, what's going on there? Charles White. Charles White, ladies and gentlemen. Charles White, come out and tell everybody what has been your experience with eLister Pro? Because, man, I've seen you, man, you're like knocking it out the park, man, with some of the sales that you're making. So I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna let you tell your story. Charles White, you are the man.
Hey, Doc, can you hear me well?
I can hear you now.
Sounds great. Yeah, I really enjoy eLister Pro. It has really helped me in my eBay business tremendously. When I had first started on eBay, it would take me forever to get listings up. And when I found out that, you know, you guys were working on eLister Pro, I took a look at it and I was like, wow, this is amazing software that actually helps you list quicker. So I've been really enjoying it, you know, using this software, and my sales have definitely escalated, getting more profits, getting more views, more watchers. So I'm just really enjoying it, Jock, and I'm just super excited.
Great. Now, what has been one of your highest eLister Pro sales, or items that you listed with eLister Pro? What's been one of those? What's been your highest sale?
Well, my highest sale, Jock, has been $1,400 and $1,400. That's been my highest eBay sale. Correct, $1,400.
All right, and again, let me make sure that, you know, I'm getting accurate information, because, you know, people like to say all type of things. Was that an eLister Pro listing? That's what I want to know.
Yes, Doc, it actually is, and it actually sold 2 times in the last 30 days. So $300 profit on each item, but like I said, it's 2 $1,400 sales within 30 days in the same item using eLister Pro.
So ladies and gentlemen, $1,400 sales, $300 profits using eLister Pro. And again, you know, you'll hear things out there on the internet. You'll see people, you know, make posts and this, that, and the third. And the thing that I do is I cordially invite individuals to take eLister Pro for a test drive themselves and see if eLister Pro is actually all that we say it is. You know, again, we don't guarantee any sales. You know, like, results are not typical. Well, hold on. Results may vary. Yeah, results are typical, I guess, if you do the work, if you do the listings. Anyway, results may vary. Charles, you know, man, congratulations on that, man. $1,400 sale, you know, man, $300 profit, man. That is totally awesome. Again, we're going to come back to you. We're going to ask you some questions. Ladies and gentlemen that are on the panel, post on Facebook. Say, look, put the link out there. Say, look, y'all need to get on this. Y'all, look, y'all, we're a little country down here in the South. Y'all, Y-A-L-L. There's apostrophe that goes in there somewhere. But anyway, post on Facebook. If you're viewing this particular hangout right now, you know, go share it on your Facebook. You know, tell people, look, You guys need to get on here because these guys talking about this eLister Pro tool, like, hey, this is something you need to see. Anyway, so we're going to jump up to, I believe it's New Haven, Connecticut, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me give this man a proper introduction. Like, this guy here, I'm telling you. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I'm excited. Like, I'm excited. I have a lot of energy. I'm a high energy type of individual. But this next young man, I actually met him in Atlanta at our UOP Fire Your Boss conference. And I didn't even know that this gentleman had eLister Pro. He just came up to me. He introduced himself, and he was like, Jacques, I just want to tell you, this eLister Pro tool, man, I love it. It's really helped me out a lot. And so I was like, hey, would you mind doing a video testimonial real quick? And he was like, cool, no problem. We turned on the camera, and this guy, man, we turned on the camera, and this guy, and we turned on the camera, and this guy turned up. So Marcelino Rosario, I believe the name is pronounced correctly.
Yes,
come on down here and turn it up, my man. Tell us about your eLister Pro experience.
All right.
Done for you, Marcelino.
Yes, sir, Jack. Well,
A little bit louder. A little bit louder. Can you adjust the volume? Because we can barely hear you.
All right. How about now? Can you hear me now?
All right. Yes. Can hear you a lot better.
I'm going to get it a lot closer.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited because when I started in this back in November, I had to call Kerry, and I said, Kerry, man, I'm taking too long to list my stuff. It's taking me forever, man. And he said, well, you know what? Try this program, eLister Pro. Check it out. Watch the video. I watched the video. I didn't think twice about it. When I saw the information, I said, you know what? I'm gonna jump on this. Because it's like, when a carpenter goes out, he's not gonna try to nail a nail with a mallet. He's gonna use a hammer. And to me, I mean, that's the way I put it. I put eLister Pro like being the hammer to make sure that nail goes in right. And it goes in quick. So what I did was I started using eLister Pro. I used to take like half hour, 40 minutes just to do one listing. now, because I like to do 3 or 4 pictures, it takes me about 5 minutes, 7 minutes, I mean, I wish I could do like homegirl over there. She be doing 16 in an hour, man. It takes me about, I could do about 6 or 7, within an hour, taking my time. But before, I used to do like 2 an hour. That was horrible. And with eLister Pro, man, I went all out. And I'm telling you, and I made sales, And just yesterday, I had 100 views on one of my items. And I'm going to make a correction here. On the other Hangout, I said about me being on eBay since 2004, 2005. That's when I came back. That's when I was accepted back from being suspended. I mean, from being canceled, because I have been canceled out like back in the day. And I say this to say, I said that to say this. In 2000 around it, that's when I really started. And then within a year, boom, I got suspended. Then I got suspended again. And then that was it. They tried to do it indefinite. And then I came back around 2004, 2005. But in my eBay career, I never saw 100 views, ever, ever. Never. And then today I listed another item, and I kid you not, within 10 or 15 minutes, I have 47 views. But you know what the funny thing is? We didn't do this for the views. We did this because we wanted to be faster, to list faster. I'm sure titling helps, but I'm gonna tell you something. The way that the listing looks real nice, the way it's all set up, I think that made a big improvement as well. I mean, titling, I know that's important. That's off, that's gotta go right. But even with the same listing that I had before eLister Pro, I wouldn't get the views that I have now. Because, when you go into that HTML and that other part there, it makes it look so professional that I'm getting more views, I'm getting more listings. I even got 3 watchers on this one now, the other item that I put up today. So, and I've made sales. I sold one of those Elite. Yeah, one of the Elite, one of the companies we use with Elite. I gotta say it like that. I sold it doing eLister Pro because I went into the blank one, the blank product. You put
Right.
that blank part,
Right.
and I did it. And man, I loved it, man. I loved it. And I love what you just added today. I just found out. Which I just added. Yeah, I'm loving it. The second merchant, man.
All right. All
I'm
right.
loving that. So it's like I say, and to the people who are listening to us out there, I want to let y'all know that it's only a little investment, you know. But you got to remember that to be successful, we have to invest. I'm investing in whatever I can because if I want to be successful, it ain't gonna happen without the tools. You need the tools, you need the education. And it's like Dante said, we got to keep watching those videos like TV shows. And me, I keep watching the videos, and that I can't leave without saying this, that EasyASIN. If you get eLister Pro, you got to get EasyASIN. I mean, because the reason I say that is because EasyASIN, okay, if you don't want to do one niche, at least do 10 of one kind, 10 of another, and then you'll meet your law of averages where you're going to, you know, maybe you're not going to sell all 10 items, but you're going to sell probably 1 or 2. But you got to remember, they say the law of averages, every 10 people you see, you sell 1. The same thing with the products. Every 10, you sell 1. And sometimes you can sell 2 or 3. But like I said, eLister Pro, I mean, it rocks. And I have no regrets, Jock. No regrets at all. I mean, this is an awesome tool, and whatever tools are out there that they're offering us, I'm grabbing onto them. Because you got to remember, if we open a little mom and pop shop, right off the bat, you're gonna have to cough out thousands, you know, to open up a little franchise. I mean, a franchise like McDonald's, that's $1 million. So you know, a couple $100 here to invest in your business a month, that's peanuts. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say that to everybody that's out there listening to us. You want to be successful, you're going to have to sacrifice some things. You know, we got to sacrifice something to make it, because without struggle, there ain't no progress. You know what I'm saying? And we got to struggle, and we got to just keep going. But I'm doing pretty good, man. I mean, I'm not pretty good. I'm doing great with eLister Pro. There's no doubt in my mind. Any questions you have for me, Jock? I'm ready to answer them.
All right. Well, excellent. And again, Marcelino, definitely thank you for stepping out there and sharing your personal experience with eLister Pro. As he has stated, you know, eLister Pro can effectively be used with any supplier that is out there. Again, eLister Pro can effectively be used with any supplier that is out there because we have a feature on the inside that's called the blank template feature. And all you have to do is simply put the information in that particular blank template, and then what's going to happen is you just proceed forward just the same as you would doing any other listing, and it's still going to make your listing look professional. And you know, you'll hear some of our panelists talk about increased views, increased watchers. Some even say increased sales. Obviously, you know, we don't promote those things as features of eLister Pro because, you know, if we were to do that and then that didn't happen for somebody, then they would say, well, you know, hey, you know, you guys lied to me. It didn't help me out with this. It didn't help me out with that. But I'm going to tell you, speed, yes, speed, time, save you time, yeah, professional, yes, look professional, yes, we are on the money, on the money. All right, so we've heard from all of our panelists this evening. Now I'm going to go back and just ask them some more specific questions. Tyler, I'll start with you. What is your favorite feature or aspect of eLister Pro? Like, if there was one thing that you had to single out about eLister Pro, with the exception of obviously saving you time and helping you to list quicker, what particular feature would you highlight?
Can you hear me again?
Yes.
Okay, I had myself muted. I like it all. If I had to pick one thing, it's tough. I mean, I have easy ASIN as well, and that is amazing. It goes hand in hand with the eLister Pro itself. I mean, you can't go wrong. I love the fact that everything is in one spot. I mean, that's what comes to mind right now. Everything is in one place, pulls all your listings in. It, it, it I don't really have a specific. I mean, I like it all. Type in your ASIN for Amazon. You got your blank template. You got for other sources. Just pulls it right in there and just edit within one page. And it's pretty awesome. I just kind of click through and creates a professional look. And honestly, just want to add this real quick. I know you're not promoting the whole getting more views and sales and whatnot, but honestly, before I've used eLister Pro, besides the fact that it took an hour to list a couple items, I barely got any views on any of my listings, and right now every single one of my items on eBay are all from eLister Pro, so I know that this is true for this statement. Just within a couple days, I noticed that a couple of my items have already had 27 views on it, just after a couple days of being up, and then a couple watchers on each one. So I think that, and it's never happened before, so I honestly do believe that it's from the professional look that you guys have established in eLister Pro, and I don't know, I'm a fan.
All right, well, cool. Definitely, again, appreciate you sharing that with us, Tyler. Yeah. And for those that may not know, and for some of our international members, one of the things that we pride ourselves on doing here with eLister Pro is actually listening to the feedback that we get from our community of users. Because the bottom line is that, as an owner and as an eBay lister / dropshipper seller on eBay, I have one view, I have one perspective. But then when you get hundreds of individuals that are using a particular tool and they're actually sharing their different perspectives, they're giving feedback, they're giving their viewpoint, that allows us the opportunity to make the tool better. So one of the things, that we've heard consistently from our community is, when are we going to be able to use this with Amazon UK? When are we going to be able to use this with Amazon Canada? Well, by the end of this week, because I actually talked to the programmer, those should be live, Amazon UK and Amazon Canada. Now, we're actually working on some others because based on Alexa.com, where our website is ranked somewhere in the neighborhood of about 23,000 out of all the gazillion millions of websites in the world, again, 90 days, 23,000, we'll take that. It actually tells us the different countries where individuals are coming from with reference to landing on our website. So obviously we want to do all that we can to cater to individuals wherever they're located. And so those two, again, Amazon UK and Amazon Canada, should be live by the end of this week. Now, don't make that a hard deadline just in case we miss it, but I've been talking to the programmers, and that's one of the exciting updates that is coming to our system, and we're real excited about that for our international members because it's going to make things a lot more fluid for them. They've been able to use our system by using the blank templates, but now they're going to be able to tap into their version of Amazon, click a button, and zoop, all the information comes over there into eLister Pro, and then they can rock and roll. So let's speed it up for the internationals, baby. International. All right, so we had one of our other panelists. She finally got online. She had some technical difficulties. I already know. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let her talk. This is Miss Andrea Henderson. Miss Henderson, how are you doing this evening?
Fine, y'all. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I see you on your cell phone again. I greatly appreciate you hopping on and just, doing whatever it takes to come out here and represent for eLister Pro this evening. So anyway, go ahead and share with our viewers what your experience has been with eLister Pro before, since, and during. Share whatever you want to share. We're all here.
Thanks. I appreciate you being patient with me. Before eLister Pro, it was taking me so long to list. That's the thing. Searching, and I was just tired of it, to be honest. And then I just can't believe why it's a no-brainer. You know, that's all I have to say about eLister Pro, is that it's a no-brainer. It doesn't take me that long to list anymore. I'm not just listing and listing and listing. You know, I can get it in and get it done. And that's what I like about it. And also, an added feature of that is that I'm starting to receive a lot more watchers than I did before. So I'm really thrilled about that. That's the one thing, one of the things I like about eLister Pro. I can't say enough good things about it. I haven't had any problems with it. It's a simple, it's not only a tool, like I believe his name is Maurice. He said it's a concept, it's a system. You know, it's not just a tool. You know, just use it and just go with it. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You know, I love it. You know, eLister Pro is truly the way to go. You know, just not saying that it makes my life easier for listening. I just listed something the other day and it didn't take me long at all. So I'm very pleased with it. You know, I'm glad that, you know, I'm on the team, so to speak. I'm glad about eLister Pro. You know, and again, I haven't had not one single problem with eLister Pro. It's made everything much better.
Excellent. Now, let me ask you this question. How much were you paid this evening to come out and say all those good things you just said about eLister Pro?
Oh, nothing. I broke my neck literally getting on here, trying to figure out all the technical difficulties. But no one's paid me. I mean, I'll say it here. I'll say it on Facebook. I'll say it, you know, wherever. No one's paying me. This is my own personal experience, and it's been all good.
Excellent. And, you know, that's what we love to hear. You know, people sharing their experiences, firsthand experiences, versus people making assumptions and people saying things that are unfounded, because, you know,
Yes.
it strikes me as very interesting, you know, how somebody can use this particular, well, how somebody cannot use the tool, but be very educated on the tool. Like, I don't really get that, you know, unless they built it maybe, and, you know, but anyway, so if you want to know about eLister Pro, then you have to use eLister Pro. And as my man Tyler said earlier, you know, he's been using it for about 10 days. You know, he didn't jump in there and see instant results, instant improvement in his speed, but he stayed with it. He got feedback from the community,
Yes.
and as such, he's greatly reduced the time that it takes him to do listens. Now, Andrea, let me ask you this question. What type of feedback / results are you seeing in the Facebook group from individuals that are using eLister Pro? What are people saying in the Facebook group about eLister Pro?
Oh man, they're selling like hotcakes. Some of the things that they're saying is that, you know, how actually their time has diminished. That's the one thing about eLister Pro. You know, it's a tool, it's a concept to help. So I see a lot of that is that their time's been cut in half, and they're selling. You know, they're selling with eLister Pro. They really are.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. What is one of, I guess you could say, your favorite features or aspects of eLister Pro? What would you say is one of your favorites?
I like the copy protection. I like the copy protection, and also I get to change things up, the color if I want, and the fact that it just literally just cuts the time in half. It's like a no-brainer. Click here, change this and that, bam, I'm done. It's just that simple. It's
Excellent.
just that simple.
And you've been using eLister Pro for how long?
I say for about a month. It's been about a month. It's been about a month or two, and again, I haven't had any problems with it. It's a good tool. It's a good concept. Use it. eLister Pro is the way to go. It's there to help you.
Excellent, excellent. Appreciate you sharing that with us. And let me see here. Yeah, appreciate you sharing that with us and for getting online this evening despite the technical difficulties. Again, she had technical difficulties. We all had technical difficulties, and still were able to get online here. Now, let me see. That is Danny. Danny, can you hear me? Danny, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Danny. All right. So I guess Danny wants to show us. I guess you can say feature. Okay. All right. Hold on. There we go. All right, Danny, you live, man. Stay with us. All right.
And I get to change things up, the color if I want.
Oh, Jock, something's wrong with my connection.
Literally just cuts
Okay.
in half. It's like a
All right. Let's
no-brainer.
see.
Oh, just want to
Somebody
say.
has a hangout playing in the background where they are. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, Danny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So, go ahead
Okay,
and
here we
share with
go.
our viewers what your experience has been with eLister Pro.
Oh, just man, there's so many things. I mean, just being able to post faster. That's one of the main things. It's crazy because um, I found out about the program through Chris Luna, and he basically put up a post as far as how many. I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous. um, about how many items he was selling, and that's what caught my attention. And I watched the video, and basically, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really nervous. I've never done one of these things before.
That's cool, man.
But no, I would just say, basically, I'm sorry. What was that, Jack?
No. I said it's cool. Just go ahead and relax and just share what you want to share from the heart.
Okay. Well, basically, I mean, what I like best about it is just being able to post faster. My main thing was basically the tedious time it would take to put up a posting, and it was taking me a minute to put up a posting. And basically, once I found out about this, I mean, the process just sped up so much faster. And and now I'm getting more views, more watchers. I mean, it's just a big difference. And it's kind of like that. I think it was. I'm not sure who it was that said it just everything's in one place where you don't have to go nowhere else. My favorite thing is the calculator because, I mean, before I was having to think about, okay, how much am I going to sell this for? Does it include shipping? Is it free shipping? I mean, that really helps me out a lot and helps speed up the process also.
Excellent. So, would you recommend eLister Pro to anybody that's watching this hangout or anybody that lists on eBay?
Oh, yes, most definitely. If you want to step up, I mean, as far as your listings to sell quicker, to get, I mean, just basically, I mean, my workflow is just so much faster now because I have a daughter that I watch during the day because I'm doing this full time. And before, I would sit there and tell myself, there's got to be a faster way to do this. Because I would spend all day in front of the computer just listing, and I wouldn't have time for them. And that was basically that was really big for me. I mean, basically finding this program is what helped me a lot. So.
Excellent. Excellent. So, again, Danny, we want to thank you for coming out this evening, man, sharing your experience. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Danny's first time on a Google Hangout. He told us, hey, I'm a little nervous, but see, we're real people with real stories and real results. Let's give Danny a hand, man. Man, somebody give Danny a hand. Ruth, Danny. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like I said, we really appreciate it. And that's one of the things about myself. That's one of the things about the other two co-owners. We're really down to earth, real people. Like, again, we're just real people. And the eLister Pro is a solution to a problem. Again, because all of us are limited in our time. We only have so much time. So let me make a real brief announcement. It's an exciting announcement. I made an announcement earlier, and then we're going to talk to a few more of our panelists. Just ask them a couple more questions before we wrap things up here this evening. So eLister Pro is for anyone, and I mean absolutely anyone that sells on eBay. You can drop ship, you can do traditional sales, you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to be a part of a certain team. You don't have to be a part of a certain company. You can just be you and use eLister Pro, because from what I've read and what I personally experienced and what I personally believe is that eLister Pro is going to help you. So one of the things that we've made it our mission to do with eLister Pro is not just settle and become complacent. We're consistently trying to improve eLister Pro, make it better for our users, make the system faster, add more suppliers, etc., etc. If you, ladies and gentlemen, could see the list, and I mean it's a pretty exhaustive list of things that we plan on doing with eLister Pro and more, because as I stated earlier, our company, I mean not our company, but our community consistently provides us with feedback with reference to ways that we can improve it, man, it's a pretty exhaustive list. But anyway, I'm happy to announce that we have now added a new supplier. So our first supplier obviously was Amazon, but our latest and greatest supplier is Wally World. Wally World. Now, you may call it something else where you're from. I don't know. But in short, if you don't know Wally World, let me just say Wall to the Mart. Wall to the Mart. You know, man, those billion-dollar earners, you know, on the Forbes top 10 list, you know, the Walton family. We have them as one of the suppliers. So that particular supplier just went live today. Now, here's what I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. We're not finished. No. We have suppliers that you are familiar with and suppliers that you are not familiar with coming to eLister Pro. Trust me when I tell you that we have a list of suppliers like this long, and I'm still doing research to add even more suppliers because, you know, when you have something good, you're talked about. When you have something good, you're imitated. And people try to duplicate, but there's only one eLister Pro. And as Andrea said earlier, eLister Pro is the way to go. So anyway, I made the announcement earlier. I talked about Amazon UK, Amazon Canada. Those are going to be coming live today. We just put the beta version of Walmart in there. Again, trusting that our community is going to not only use it, but provide us with a ton of feedback so that way we can make it as smooth and fluid for them as possible. Because the bottom line is we want you to earn money. And if you have some suggestions for some other suppliers, you know, again, you can submit those via support ticket, our back office, because we are listening to the community. So let's go ahead and speak one more time with Miss Terry. Miss Terry. All right. So, Ms. Terry, let me ask you this particular question here. How would you say you have benefited overall from eLister Pro? You know, I know some of the things that you know you shared with us earlier, but overall, how would you say that you benefited from eLister Pro, or how could somebody else really benefit from all that we offer here at eLister Pro?
Well, I think primarily the way I benefit is time. You know, you can't get time back. Once you lose it, that's it. So it has been a great help in that sense. And I think that anyone who is serious about selling on eBay and selling anything that they have, whether it's drop shipping or what have you, you're going to find that time is one of your most valuable assets. And if you can do anything to harness that and make it, you know, as useful as possible, then eLister Pro is what's going to get you there without question.
Yes.
Excellent. So again, we appreciate you coming out, sharing with us this evening.
Absolutely.
If you had to share with individuals something about our customer support, as far as, you know, the guys that own eLister Pro and provide customer support, what would you say about those guys, Ms. Terry?
Oh my goodness, let me think. Oh, well, for starters, honestly, you know, Jacques, you and Michael and the other guy.
Devin?
Yes, Devin. Always available. And I know because we communicate more with you, Jacques, but they have been there behind the scenes. Any issue, any question, any concern. And, you know, a lot of times I know we submit tickets, but usually when people post something on Facebook, it's answered like immediately. We don't have time to let, you know, 24 hours go by without getting some type of a response, whether it's from the owners or it's just from people who are in the community. And my gosh, I would say our support team is extensive. It's not just these three guys. It's everybody. It really, really is everybody.
Excellent.
Sorry,
Okay.
that's me.
All right. Okay. Well, man, we'll let you handle that noise over there. All right. Again, we definitely appreciate, you know, the positive feedback, the commendation, and, you know, as owners, like a lot of times people don't realize, but it's more work than actually meets the eye as far as trying to provide a top level product. You know, our goal is to have eLister Pro to be the industry, well, to be the gold standard of the industry. And you know, we've definitely gotten off to a good start, but again, we understand that we have to stay on top of our game. You know, we have to keep on making improvements. But the reality is that you can have a great product and you can have sorry customer service, and then people are not going to stay. So we pride ourselves in being exemplary in our customer service and doing all that we can to go above and beyond, you know, actually satisfying the customers. And, you know, people understand we're not perfect. And sometimes, hey, we have to spend time with our families and we do have a life. But at the same time, we understand how important this tool is to people's businesses. So therefore, again, we do all that we can to ensure that it's not only running and operating efficiently, but you know that we're getting your questions answered, providing feedback, and resolving anything that goes on. So we got a few more minutes here. Let's ask Mr. Charles White. Let's bring Charles White back up here.
Hi.
Charles White, if you had to
Yes,
say
sir.
something good about eLister Pro that you have not already said, what would it be, Charles, and why?
Well, Jock, I really love it. One of the things that I really liked about it is when I'm listing a particular item. Say, for example, this item is say brown or yellow or green in color. Well, on eLister Pro, you have the option to change the color to somewhat match the color of the item. And I've had plenty of sales just by adjusting the color of the description to the color of the item. And I just am just amazed how my sales have really grown by just doing, small things like that, adjusting the color to the item of the color of the item. And I just really appreciate, what you guys are doing. And I can see the hard work and the dedication you guys are putting in. So I'm just excited, Doc, to be a part of this and look forward to, more that you guys have to offer.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, does anybody else have anything they'd like to say before I wrap things up? Does anybody have anything else they'd like to say? Maybe you didn't get to say all you wanted to say. I don't know, but does anybody have anything they'd like to say before I wrap things up here this evening?
Get eLister Pro
Okay,
today.
so Miss Terry says get eLister Pro today. Look, if you know what I know about Miss Terry, you need to listen to Miss Terry. I'm just saying. Anybody else? Anything you want to say?
Can I say something?
Marcelino, go ahead, my man.
All right, I'm gonna say something to the people out there listening to us, right? Because people out there ain't tech savvy or anything. So you know what? This thing is so easy. A 10-year-old can do it. I'm telling you. And one thing I wrote down is, and I want all of y'all to hear this, is you don't have to be great to get started. However, you have to get started to be great. So make sure you get eLister Pro, and you'll be great with everything, man. People out there. And I wanted to share that with y'all, And Jock, I know you don't teach that anymore about the keywords, but I researched it, man. People just were talking, man. There's nothing wrong with that. With I'm gonna say it because I can say it. With the white keywords, I still use them, and I'm getting a lot of, like I said, I'm getting a lot of watchers, a lot of views, and I mean, if other people want to change the color, that's good. That's awesome. I like what Charles said, man, about changing the color, man, with the product. That's awesome. I never thought of that. So that's something. That's a good tip, man. You're very helpful as well out there, man. And I'm gonna try. And it's good to try different things. So that's what it's about. It's a community. We help each other out. So Charles, man, I'm gonna grab onto some of that too. And thanks for your help and for your tip. All right.
Excellent,
Well, that's it,
Marcelino.
man.
Again, definitely appreciate you sharing that with us. Man, you're going to get me in trouble about them white keywords, man. People like, man, Jock, man, they're going to Jock teaching them white keywords. See.
Nah, Jock ain't teaching that no more. Jock ain't teaching that no more.
Hey, to each his own. It's your own business. You can use whatever color you want, with the keywords.
Right.
And again, hopefully, we put the white keyword debate to rest. And it is what it is. We're moving forward. We're progressing. And we have a lot of things planned as far as the future of eLister Pro. But does anybody else have anything they want to say? Again, before we wrap up here? Andrea?
I just really enjoy eLister Pro. It makes listing easier, and it's really a no-brainer. I mean, eLister Pro really is the way to go. It's not just listing and listing mindlessly all day long. I mean, I have a tool that's going to help me, a tool/concept that's going to help me and propel me to the next level. So I like it. I mean, I haven't had any problems with it. I'm not tech savvy, and it's easy to use. Get it. Use it for yourself. Try it out.
Excellent. Again, thank you for sharing with us, Andrea. And anybody that knows me, I'll be the first person to tell you. Although I know some technical things, I'm really not a tech savvy person. I'm the type of person, hey, I'll go in there and hit some buttons, or I'll push a button. I'll blow something up. I can blow something up. I can tear something down real quick. But again, I personally, excuse me, use the tool, the product myself. I definitely enjoy it. My 18-year-old daughter, she uses it, and she's like, look, I can't go back to listing the other way, Dad. Like, what's the password so I can get in there and use eLister Pro? So again, it's really, really cool. And I want to thank all of our panelists for actually showing up this evening and being able to get on their tablets, being able to get on their phones, despite some internet technical difficulties. Again, I still don't know what was going on with that. And I was prepared, even though I didn't want to, I was prepared to come out here all by my lonesome self with my shirt and my tie and do this eLister Pro Community Google Hangout this evening. I don't know how much of a community it would have been, but hey, being one of the owners, trust me, I can talk about eLister Pro. I'm excited. So, if you want to try eLister Pro, again, currently right now you can try it for all of $1. You can do as many listings as you want within 7 days. I know none of our panelists actually mentioned it, but when you do a listing on the inside of eLister Pro and you utilize it, well, eLister Pro actually archives or records that particular listing. So if that particular listing sells, you can just simply go back to eLister Pro and click on the button, go straight over to Amazon and order your item. Because when you use copy protection, you can't go down there searching and copying portions of your description. It's like, hey, I tried to do it on one of my listings. It just doesn't work because copy protection does. So you can try eLister Pro, 7 days, $1. You can actually get back to the person that referred you to this particular Google Hangout. If I referred you to this Google Hangout, go to elisterpro.com, start your trial. You can connect with any of our panelists. You can ask questions. Again, it's very simple because I found in life that simple leads to effectiveness, and effectiveness leads to profits. We don't guarantee any profits. We don't guarantee any sales. We don't guarantee any watchers. But we will say that you will list faster. Your listings will look more professional. And for what it's worth, you can cancel anytime. Although we would love for you to stay with us. And so just to recap the announcements for anybody that may have missed it and jumped on here toward the end, we have Amazon UK as well as Amazon Canada coming to eLister Pro. And then we have a pretty exhaustive list of other suppliers as well as other updates and features that we're adding to eLister Pro. And then we just added the beta version of Walmart as a supplier. So you can go to Walmart, click on one of the items, put the link inside of eLister Pro, and bada boom, bada bing, the information comes over. So I'm Jacques T. Morris here in Atlanta, Georgia, on behalf of myself as well as my other two business partners and co-owners, Michael Reyes, Devin Bellman. We want to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody that uses eLister Pro. We want to say thank you to our panelists, and we want to encourage you. Try eLister Pro out. It may or may not be for you. I don't know, but the bottom line is you'll never know unless you actually try it. And when I say try it, I mean try it extensively. Don't just go in there and say, oh, this is all this is doing. No, try it extensively, and we're pretty confident that it's going to help you out. In fact, we have hundreds of individuals that we're helping out. So again, Jacques T. Morris here in Atlanta, Georgia. Have a great evening. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Tuesday evening, as well as every Tuesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to share more experiences from the eLister Pro community. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time.